DOJ. Former President Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and several former FBI directors and attorneys general. Joining us now is U.S. Democratic Congressman from Virginia, Subramanyam, who's also on the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, great to have you this morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So we know the DOJ has dozens of records related to Epstein's sex trafficking case. Are you expecting any major revelations here?
No, I'm not, because the reality is by, releasing the files in a very structured manner and selectively, they're not releasing what they promised, which was all the files unredacted. And by doing this, I think what they're doing is trying to protect either the president's interests or the president himself, since he's been shown to be in the files or has been said to be in the files. And so I think this is, again, more cover up by this administration. They're not doing what they promised to the American people on the campaign trail or even earlier this year. Pam Bondi herself said that she had the files on her desk. So where are they? Right? Why are they having to release them in a slow drip and selectively? And so I have a lot of concerns about their plan right now.
So I do want to dig a little bit deeper into that in just a moment, some of the thoughts that you outlined there. But first, how long do you foresee it taking the committee to read through these documents, redact the names where needed, and get this to the public?
It depends on what's released. I know very little about what they plan to release. I don't know, what they have to begin with. If they release a list, for instance, are they releasing a partial list or are they releasing the full list? I want those types of answers first as well. Certainly, we'll do everything we can to protect the victims. Certainly, we'll do everything we can to protect the anonymity of people who came forward and, you showed a lot of courage. But what we shouldn't do is selectively release files like the administration is doing. And I think what they're doing is trying to protect the president's interests, really.
So the committee has started hearing testimony from those subpoenaed, including former Attorney General William Barr. You alluded to some of these sentiments in our interview, but here's a bit of what you had to say about the line of questioning specifically your committee prepared for him. Here's a clip.
Democratic side is doing most of the heavy lifting. I don't think we're learning much from the questioning from the House Republicans. It doesn't seem like this is something where they are truly caring about the victims and about trying to get to the bottom of what's happening.
So you're implying there Republicans are asking some softball questions. Yet to be fair, this investigation does have bipartisan support. So is that a concern of yours moving forward? And if so, what has led you to that line of thinking?
Yeah, two things. One, the subpoena list, they're trying to do everything they can to embarrass Democrats. They're bringing in the Clintons, right, for instance, but they're not bringing in Alex Acosta because he was a Trump appointee. And they're certainly not bringing in the most important person in all of this, which is the AG Pam Bondi, who promised all of this in the first place. And so if they truly cared about getting to the bottom of this, if they truly cared about being bipartisan, they would bring in Pam Bondi, they would bring in Alex Acosta, and the administration, if they cared, would release the full unredacted files to us. But none of that has happened. And so it's hard for me, based on that and based on the fact that the kinds of questions they were asking, Attorney General Barr the other day were simply, they were not questioned. There was stuff that was already in the public. We were asking the hard questions. And so I think this is going to continue to be a trend, which is Republicans trying to show the appearance of an investigation, of a thorough investigation, and Democrats actually doing the heavy lifting. And so I'd love to see Republicans step up and try to do more and try to demand more. But so far that hasn't happened yet, at least not among most Republicans.
Well, you would hope the mission from both sides is to get to the truth. That's what the public wants. They want answers in all of this and accountability as well. Congressman, great to speak with you. We'll, of course, be following this closely. Thank you.